The story of a trip which sounds like a dream, a telling beneath visions and behind wandering. Their steps are countless, walking through molecules in constant collapses. Those interactions are without any beginning and are endless. It makes inaudible noise. It's like Verdun in 1916, but no death, no noise. A silence. A time scale cannot be defined. We walked and walked there. A thin wind hurting the branches. The trees are too high. Their movement rhythm is steady. The ground is cold. She told me Paris was a model for all of them. She told me, you should be aware of the common hand, of the salvation, of the ninth circle. All of a sudden, I saw those crazy ballheads walking in files. There was some indistinct white rays reaching the ground and the faces. I turned around. The sphere was suddenly shining. Underneath this lightly bald, two characters were leading the group. One, my friend, was called Freedom. The other on his left was called Enterprise. A soft breathing, slow and mad like some new language. Freedom moves upward. Enterprise to a cavity in the mountain beneath Jerusalem. Obeying to which appears as an advice, we went closer, and this hole seems deep, but no echoes comes from the inside. A kind of huge split from the base of a dreadful rock wall. The vegetation is quite wild, but fragile at the same time, mostly composed by colored lichens and some small bushes, which forms remainder corals. By progressing just a few meters inside, the light becomes rare, and finally totally absent, except few thin rays, which make the flying dust a bit more shiny. The texture of the walls moisten as we progress deeply. A terrifying amount of drops, full of a translucid liquid floating in the air, suddenly appeared around us. It moves slowly. Vibrations behind the surface, inside the salt bubbles. A sphere around me, reflecting like a prism the dusty light, shifting the colors into millions of tiny dots, which are moving in a very defined and strict order. It is a continuous process that gives a root to the floating molecules. I saw that before, says she. I already saw that as well. It was during the creation, the first and the second day. I've heard somewhere that those molecules are the actual source of any kind of life on Earth, in every forms. No matter if it moves or not. It comes from that tiny and complex interactive system. The Creator is invisible. We touch Him in an endless journey. He is us, we are Him, we and He. And I would not go before a feast of friends to become a giant family.